Well, there is a sight we didn't expect to see heading towards the mile. Josh Cassidy of Canada looks as though he's gone ahead of David Weir. We'll have to find out exactly what happened to Weir in just a little while, but this is a big surprise, and one can only speculate that who was leading, of course, and just one more right-hand turn to go for the Canadian. He must have dropped out, or he must have had some technical problems.
Well, at halfway, David Weir had a minute's gap at 35k. That was dropping to 30 seconds. And Cassidy has just kept focused. He's kept working. And this will be the biggest victory of Josh Cassidy's career. He has beaten the best marathon men in the world. Boston Marathon winner, Chicago Marathon winner, world record holders. This will be a real scalp for Cassidy.
Well, he joins an illustrious list of previous winners. Kurt Fearnley, who's well down the field today, last year's winner in a sprint finish, ahead of David Weir, who won it 3 times in a row. Saul Mendoza won it in 2005, he won it twice, and then David Weir's first victory came in 2002. But there's going to be a big grin on the face of this amiable Canadian, Josh Cassidy. A massive surprise, 1:35.21. The winning time.
Well, McGrory's been left at the front for about the last 3 or 4 kilometres. Oh, a bit of a guide out there by McGrory, trying to find the right line round the final bend. I think Graf is just sitting in behind McGrory, just making sure that she does all the work. She saves as much energy as she can. And Wakako just as well, waiting for the final turn before they go in for the sprint finish.
Well, it would be a remarkable victory by the 40-year-old Sandra Graf, who's just coming up on the left-hand side of Amanda McGrory. But this is the way the American McGrory won last year's race. You can't really get a true reflection of what is happening out there from a head-on position, but Toshida of Japan is sprinting away with this. She could become the first woman ever to win Boston and London within a week of each other. Sandra Graf goes past the American, so McGrory cannot defend her title. Toshida wins, Graf in second place, McGrory of the USA in third.
385 yards to go, 26 miles behind her. She's heading for a good time, she's heading for a personal best time, and she's heading for a victory. Third last year, first in Chicago, and now on our way to winning the London Marathon.
As Brendan was saying earlier, no Russian woman has ever won the London Marathon. They've tried, they've run quick. Russian record was broken on this course a few years ago. Bogomolova ran just outside 2 hours 20. It hasn't been so fast today, but it's been a dominant performance from Shipukova. She led for many miles of this race, was never more than 2-3 strides away from the lead. Only once did she come under some pressure from Mergia of Ethiopia, but she bided her time. Her teammate Abitova, you can see in the background, got close at one point, but then Shipukova, as she did in Chicago, surged to the finish, and this time she surges away to win the London Marathon in a new personal best, right on the 2 hours 22 mark. A great run from the Russian.
Is joining an elite club with 385 yards to go. Kebede on his way to the London Marathon victory. The last 2 Ethiopians have done this, have been Olympic champions. I wonder if that's an omen for this young man.
Sige Kebede of Ethiopia. The crowds around Buckingham Palace cheering a great champion. They all know about Haile Gebrselassie and some of the other great Ethiopian athletes, but today London belongs to this young man. He was second here last year. He's had a phenomenal last 18 months or so. More often than not, he's found 1 or 2 people able to finish ahead of him, particularly Sami Wanjira of Kenya. But today, it all belongs to him. It's a super fast time. He's going to be just outside the course record. Kebede of Ethiopia striding through to the finish to win this year's London Marathon. A superb run by the diminutive Ethiopian. 1 second outside his personal best. He'll be hoping to see the photo finish says perhaps it equaled it. It doesn't matter.